Hi everybody, Mature Simmer here. So I'm going to go ahead and do another career mission. I haven't done one in many weeks, probably over a month. So just here at my cargo operation, I had to spend a little bit of money to get my guy back, and then obviously nothing's ever in the same airport you land at, so I had to spend 610 credits or monies to get my aircraft over here. But we're going to be taking this on a 76 nautical mile journey, so let's get moving. Alright, so we've got our little Cessna, which is the only thing we can operate with here. We've got to go ahead and get all our covers off and all that.
Hi there. It's Cynthia. Now that you're all set up, let me go over the important details with you. You have manufactured goods behind you. Standard shipment for one of our clients based in Noble. Expected in no time at only Noble. Our sensitive cargo containers are built to handle turbulence, but maintain a constant flight speed. Let's keep our delivery on time and safe. You have all the pertinent information in your flight packet as a reminder. Smooth sailing ahead.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get ourselves ready and get ourselves over to takeoff, and, we'll go from there. Alright, so we're going to get takeoff clearance here.
29674 ready for north departure at runway 18L.
Cessna November 29674, altimeter 30. 42 departure to the north approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 18L.
Alright, so we're going to acknowledge
Cleared for
that.
Takeoff runway 18L, Cessna 674.
And we should be able to take off here. So, get ourselves set. And should be able to head out. Alright, so we've got the runway. Oop. Guess we gotta turn around. Just move the throttle a bit. There we go. Alright. I don't remember if I have my flaps down. I may not. I think maybe I don't. Yeah. Did not. So we'll get this set. And we will now take off. So about 76 nautical miles. It's not the fastest plane in the world, so it's going to take a little bit, but alright, so 55, about 60 or 70, there we go. Kind of starts to take off on its own when it's all good, so we'll do that. Should be able to head where we need to. We want to climb to 1700.
674, continue for north departure.
Alright, and I want to go direct to that. So, should be able to activate and enter. Oops, max speed, so that's not going to be good.
Tower Cessna November 29674, continue for north departure.
Alright, let's see. It's not not operating the way it should. But that should hopefully take me where I need to go now. And then we'll go V-speed. And actually we'll do flight level change at this level, and we'll get ourselves up to about 3,500, and that should be good. So I'm going to go ahead and fly this, but definitely really nice here. I am not running the FPS, which does help things even more. I forgot to start that up, frankly, but that's alright. But you can see we've got 75 nautical miles to go. I'm going to get myself up to about, I'm set at 3,400 feet, so that should work. I'm using flight level change, so it's not going to climb exceptionally fast here. Although I might be able to, no, that's not what I want. But yeah, I'm not sure I can pull that speed down, because it's set at 100 knots, and obviously the extra power will get me certain things, but it might be a good, I should be able to make it in a little less than an hour, I would think. You know what, I'm gonna put myself down to 2,500, and then it'll just work there, and that'll be fine, because we're kind of about the level it's suggesting I be at. Okay, I don't have speed flaps down. I don't understand. I swore I had them up, but so it's giving a bit of a error. Alright, let me slow down, because I don't want to exceed things too much here. But at this point, it should stick around. If I can keep it at about 120.
Leaving my airspace, frequency change approved.
Alright, we're going to acknowledge.
Tower Cessna November, 29674 frequency change.
Move this up a bit. And so again, the boxes over there to the left are a bit of a suggestion. You don't really have to be there, and this is probably taking me straight at the runway level. But yeah, they haven't fixed things significantly in the career mode in a way that still makes it any more inviting. I don't know why it's slowing down as much as it is, but let's speed back up. Because, yeah, the most frustrating thing, I suppose, is just being able to go ahead and, hit things outside and land and then take off without spending some money. They said they've got additional mission types that are kind of coming up that weren't coming up as well as they used to. So that's always a good thing. I'm just kind of goosing the throttle a little bit, because I'd like to be closer to 120 than I am to, 100. But obviously I also want to stay out of the red. But this will just help make some money. But I'm not sure that jumping around looking for other mission types really makes a lot of sense. But it's just kind of really a grindy type thing. Oh, interesting how those clouds are just like popping into view there. But, well, maybe, do I have auto? No, auto FPS is not running. Just the way it was working, I was beginning to wonder if something was... Because I do have some automated things starting up. Alright, we're at 115. That'll help a little bit, but now we're... Why are we suddenly going crazy here. Back off a tiny bit, but I don't understand. It's not flying very credibly, I'll tell you that. Yeah, because now we've gone down and now it's going to go up. Like, it's set at 2,500 and it really shouldn't have a problem, but clearly it is. But no new planes, so the update for kind of my go-to plane for a lot of my things that I was doing in FS 2020 is the PMDG series planes, and right now, due to memory issues, I guess, they're having difficulty getting any progress on getting those planes ready. So that's been the update from PMDG, is that they're kind of waiting on SU1, System Update 1, which I think is coming out next week, to see if that will let them finally proceed. So it's not that, hey, once we get it, we get the plane right away. It just finally lets them start working on it, which is a bit crazy. But that is the situation. And so periodically I will fly in FS 2024 here where I can, but I am doing my VA flights and things like that still in FS 2020. And I know that's a bit disappointing. So there will be flight simulator videos, but just be aware they're going to be in 2020 more than 2024, because right now, you know, there's certain things you can do. Like I did do a free flight for Firefly Air, which is one of the things I was playing around with, where I can just go between one location and another with the Cessna. So I did do some of those, and so maybe I'll share some of those on the channel just so we have 2024 content, because I think that's what people are more looking for. But I have stayed away, for example, from my pilot's life, which is something I'd like to get back into, but I think I'm going to have to do that and just pop back into 2020 to do that. So yeah, not sure why it's up and down, but this is just, I think, still some of the things, because I wanted to give it a try because they said they had fixed some things with the avionics. You know, that's been one of those that has been a bit interesting. Okay, so I'm going to increase the sim rate and see what happens, because that's what I was doing before. So this is up 3, and it's a bit of yo-yoing, but it's not insane. But then this is kind of what you're able to do in your career mode. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is still a little crazy. I mean, I'm only up 3. I mean, and yes, it's moving me along quicker, but it's not great. But this is, again, part of why, like, I haven't been showing a lot, because, or haven't really been drawn to doing the career mode, because realistically, like, this is kind of what it becomes, is it's just, you're just trying to get things done, because they don't really do a good job of tying things together, man. So this yo-yoing is still present, so the avionics update didn't help. Yeah, this is just insane. So I'm gonna go down 1. Let's see if we stabilize a little bit better. But it's still, like, not super fast is part of the challenge. And it's just, right now, FS24 is not as fun to do and just fly as an FS 2020, because we still don't have good quality aircraft and so forth. Marketplace, to my knowledge, is still not connected. Again, I don't know why we're diving down and going into that yellow range more than we should. But yeah, I think this will get me there, but it at least gives you another view of the state of FS 2024 as it sits near the end of January of 2025 right now. And so it's definitely, I suppose if I just flew at regular pace, maybe it's closer. You'll notice I have gotten rid of the kind of heads-up display and gone more to the traditional setup that I would use in 2020. Wow. It's almost hard for me to watch. I'm hoping it's not horrendous on the video, but I mean, it's jumping around so much, seeing the distance out there, it's like just blurry. I know I'm at like 32 nautical miles. But, you know, we need to get within 4 or 5 nautical miles before we really need to worry about anything, because this is not a fast plane by any stretch of the imagination. But you can see the terrain on the opposite side, like just going from green to black, because we're bouncing up and down 100 feet. But pretty flat, pretty basic. We're flying, I think, northeast for the most part. But fuel is getting down, should be okay. I'm going to back this off a tiny bit because I keep redlining. Man, we're still not at 20, even with the speed up. Let's see if I go back up one more, which will obviously move things quicker, but I think if I go 2 more to 4, let's see, like, yeah, and you can hear the engine, and yeah, that's too much, so we'll go down 1. That's better, but not great. But that'll at least get this over with. But yeah, this has not drawn me back to career mode, I'll be honest. It's definitely making things a challenge. So I think I'm going to change to heading mode here. And then we're going to head over this way. And we're gonna, maybe we'll go up 1 still and move a little bit. No, actually alright. So we're gonna announce the position. I think I'm gonna turn off autopilot.
Kilo Oscar Lima, Yankee traffic Cessna November, 296,745 miles, southwest 2400.
Because yeah, I need to head in here and come back down. Man, I might need to back off 1 because I am bouncing more. I thought I had gone all the way down, but I may not have. But the runway is there. What do you mean speed exceeded? You are terrible. Although, yeah, I suppose I should be at like 80, but still. Alright, so we'll drop this down, but try to get ourselves in. I think I'm centered where I need to be. And now we'll bring ourselves over to the runway, and we'll be entering final.
500.
But you can see a bit of the challenge here. Again, we'll get the flaps all the way out now, and that will help. Alright, so we want to land. Alright, I need to get myself a little
Kilo
bit
Oscar
more
Lima,
power
Yankee
here.
traffic Cessna November, 29674 is on final runway for to land.
But I'm thinking my quality is not going to be terrific again by any stretch, which kind of stinks. But hard to gauge a little bit of this. But we should be all right. And then we'll pull all the way back here. Oof. Slow down. I don't know what the bouncing is. I guess it's pretty windy if you look at that windsock, so maybe that was the issue. It's just a bit crazy for landing, but we'll head over here, get ourselves to the hold short, and that will then get us where we need. Once again, we should be crossing the line. Actually, it does have that in the right place this time. So we're going to announce
Kilo
taxi
Oscar
to
Lima
parking.
Yankee Traffic Cessna, November 29674 is taxiing to parking.
So I may go ahead and drive this. A lot of times I just kind of skip ahead because there's not really a reason to do anything else, but it's not that far, so we'll go ahead and get ourselves there. About 0.7, so we're already about halfway on our taxi path here. Park next to the helicopter that's not totally rendered. And get ourselves here and then see where things sit. But my guess is then we won't have a cargo load from here. Put on our parking brakes. And we'll shut down. And there we go. Mission success. Alright. Well, we might have done alright. Alright, we got an A. We had, yeah, sadly some of the flaps thing. Otherwise, I'm guessing I would have gotten a superior, but thing is, to unlock any mission types, I need to get the medium type going, and that is something I can't do in my cargo missions. So that was what I was hoping to get to. Alright, still not up to 90. That's the last level I think I need to unlock something, but if I go to account history, you know, the thing is, like, let's see, if I sort by date, so you can see we had the transfer, we did make 49,000, but, you know, we're paying insurance, but we didn't have to pay through all the time I didn't fly, so you can see 12.8. And now it's 126. Like, it's been a while since I've gone ahead and done stuff there. No passive income. I've heard that can be a quick disaster. But if I go to the companies, and I'm trying to remember, do a fleet overview. Manage company, I think. Yeah, there we go. So yes, buy aircraft, and again, if we're doing a used caravan or something, yeah, that's the thing. We need $3 million, and we're at 134,000. So that becomes the challenge, and they just don't make it that entertaining to play in the career mode is the problem. They just aren't doing a great job of that. You know, so now I'm here. I mean, I do have things nearby, but that's the issue. Like, if I go to Cadiz, let's say, see, it's going to cost me 240 credits to transfer. And again, with the Cessna at 96 miles or whatever, in theory, that's 2 hours. You know, but there's at least stuff around, which I suppose is nice. Whoops, I didn't mean to click into that. But I think the shortest ones are like an hour and a half, you know, and you're talking about making 20,000 credits. So to get to 3 million, I mean, I'll need 1 to 200 flights. So it's not anything small, that is for sure. But in any event, I know it's been a while since there's been Flight Simulator 2024 stuff put out there. I'm kind of keeping an eye out in case maybe the helicopters get a little bit easier. Maybe I'll try those missions again that I was really struggling with, but they did say they were going to work on those type of things and try to fix them with the ground wash and all that, because they did acknowledge that that was overly up there and it was highly voted as something people wanted fixed. So it's updated as something that they are working on. But in any event, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. And if you've enjoyed this, haven't dropped a like, or are not a subscriber, please consider that. And I will see you next time.